Hey, what up, though? How y'all feeling about this? Your man, your friend, and family member, Braylon Lee here. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinions, for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinions, for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinions, for entertainment purposes only. So, it's not on one. Y'all saw the thumbnail. You know why you're here, rather. So, let's get to it. So, we're still in Houston. We're still in Houston. Martell, is asking how's the night going. It is Martell, is Maurice, is Marsau, and is Chris. So they're at this table playing, I think it's Biz Wiz. They playing dominoes, basically. And so, basically Martell's asking, like I said before, how's the night going? And Marsau is feeling a type of way and all that type of stuff about what Tisha, said. Chris Fletcher said, maybe the way to solve this is communicating. Have you communicated to your wife about how you feel? And Marsau said, yes. And then, Chris then says, why does it have to be an ongoing argument about this? She's not pregnant. It's the thought of her being pregnant that you're upset about. And it's probability versus possibility. And, listen, I think that, as Kimmy said, any man is going to feel some type of way when you take a pregnancy test that he has had a vasectomy. But also, too, as it's been said by the cast, that Tisha has blindly trusted Marsau when people had brought rumors to her, rather. And to me, it's like, okay, you can't see the fact that, okay, even though it was the wrong move for Tisha to make, she was trying to figure out what made her sick. She wasn't thinking about the vasectomy. She was dealing with herself. And I think that's getting lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? Because honestly, Lord Jesus, like, and like I said, he or she who has us didn't cast the first stone. Until someone can cast it, shut the hell up talking, right? And that's truly how I feel on this. Like, no one can cast a stone of being perfect. We have all, and I do mean every single damn person in the world has made mistakes, will continue to make mistakes, but that doesn't mean you are a mistake. And I think also, too, at some point in time, you have to, well, let me take that back. You don't have to let bygones be bygones, but I think when someone is trying to prove to you, show you, and is coming earnestly to try to do the right thing, if you keep pushing back the good that they're trying to do, then guess what? At that point, you gotta let go, let God, and let him have his way. You know what I mean? And so I feel Tisha. I really do. I know that people don't like Tisha, but y'all know I talk about everybody on the show. And, I really do think that this is really, really out the way, personally. And Martell, said his confession that any man in that situation would be upset. So he understands, Marsau's point of view. And, Martell also is talking about women are really good at cheating. Well, you can't talk, Martell. You can't, because you have a revenge P tape on your ex-wife. Like, are we going to just forget about that? Like, do Lord Jesus, do I need to re-upload Martell? The only line that you're going to be a part of is for an orange suit. Do I need to re-upload that? Because that got like 5,000 views. Like, dude, you can't sit up here and tell what somebody's perspective should be when you haven't recognized the perspective of pain that you caused on your own ex-wife. Get the F out of here. I can't do it. And it's mind-boggling to me, because it's just like, you do realize there are other people doing worse things, right? And I'm not saying if somebody's done something wrong to you that you don't have every right to be upset. You do, but I think it's levels to doing wrong. And let me tell you something. What Martell has done, like it is, he going to jail. He should go to jail for that. He absolutely should, because that can have implications on Melody's career. That can have implications of the kids not having a mom. You know what I mean? Like, and you said on a reunion that God allowed you to have an outside child. Who says that on national TV, dog? Who says that? So like, get out of my face with this. Like, I just, whoo. And listen, I ain't trying to get with Melody Cherie Lee. I'm sorry, Melody Cherie Rogers. Let me put some respect on that name. But dude, it seems like if anybody tries to defend her, you get big mad at them. You do realize people don't have to like you, right? You do realize that. So I could. So, Maurice said, Tisha did based on how she felt. It would be different if she wasn't feeling sick. And shout out to Maurice for that. I'm not even going to say 0.01% of intelligence on that. That was just common sense. And shout out to you, Maurice, for that, because that's true. It's not like she tried to do this to get under your skin. And you know what? At least she told you. You know what I mean? She, she told, Kimmy that she was eventually going to tell you. And, you know, based on your response, like as you said, I'm using your words. It looks like you don't have the emotional intelligence to think that, the vasectomy didn't work. You say you don't have the emotional intelligence for that. And it's just like, I see that communication is the greatest tool, most dangerous weapon. It's almost like a game of telephone that you try to communicate something to someone and then it just gets broken down and broken down and broken down and broken down and broken down until it gets so distorted. And honestly, too, like if you want to have peace, you have to come in peace. And so, listen. Oh Lord, Jesus be offense. And so, Chris Fletcher and Maurice are saying Marsau is making it bigger than what it is, and Maurice wishes that he was blissful because he said his confessional ignorance is bliss. I'd just rather be blissful and forget about the moment. Well, here's the thing, Marsau. You want to be blissful, but yet you want you want to be blissful, but you showcase this, you showcase, put out, and you just cause an energy where people don't like you. So guess what? No, Tisha told you. At least she did tell you. She was woman enough to come and say that to you. And it's like, you wonder why Stormy is upset with you is because you take digs at people. You get people riled up and you don't own up to what you say. I can't do it. Like, it was a pregnancy test. And honestly too, it's like you went to Africa by yourself, you went to Colombia, like apparently there was allegedly 25 girlfriends, like all these things that Tisha blindly supported you on, but you can't blindly support her. Oh, Jesus Christ. And people want to be upset with people for just, ooh. I feel like sometimes people want to be upset just to be upset and ignore the good. And one of my very good friends said to me that when you do something wrong, that doesn't give you the right to bring up all the good that you've done as a defense. And I totally agree with that sentiment. In the same token of that, I am recognizing that side of that side of the token, that side of the pillow, that side of truth. However, and in the same token as that token that I just said, you also have the right to defend yourself when you know that there's good in you. Sometimes your good gets weary and tired, and when your good gets weary and tired, it can seem like moments of agitation, frustration, and just anger. But we have to recognize that we're all human and we're all trying to get it right. And truly, you don't get a second chance to live one life. Some of us have more behind us than in front of us, and some of us have more in front of us than behind us. So it's up to you to decide which direction you want to go. But there's the beginning of your life, there's the end of your life, and there's the dash in the middle. What are you contributing to that dash? So to Marsau, listen, she said what she said, and she didn't have to say it to you. You have done a lot to a lot of people. And so somehow people don't handle you because they know you. But yet you want to have the outrage of your wife just trying to communicate with you. That's what you're supposed to do in a marriage. If there's a problem, you're supposed to communicate. And listen, I get, people want to have their camp, but there's also another quote that says you can either be right or you can be happy. And some people want to be right. Some people want to be happy, but here's the common thread with being right and being happy. There is a consequence for what you do. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And we also got to recognize too that people don't have to take you back based on the decisions you make. We got to recognize that. You can say sorry, you can be honest, you can do this, that, the third, all around the world, and I. But if that person doesn't want to take you back, that is their absolute right. In the same token, you have to stand down, stand back, and just be still of that you've done all you can do. And the best way to move forward is to showcase the energy that's in you. Don't let a moment define who you are in the totality of your humanity. Because guess what? Everybody in this world has been painted by one moment in time, and that person has a masterpiece of who you are inside their head. Meanwhile, hashtag meanwhile, there are all of these other beautiful pieces of art in the art gallery. Don't worry about the temporary visitors to your art gallery that's worrying that wants to see that one piece of you being bad. Worry about the permanent members of your art gallery that's seeing all of the collection, not just the part that they want to see, just so they can have power over you. That's what I gotta say on this. I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, y'all. One love, much love, all love. Bye, yeah. Bye, yeah. Bye, everybody.